Video is brought to you by Diamond Pacific Tool Corporation. Diamond Pacific is America's favorite diamond tool, wheel, and lapidary machine manufacturers. For nearly half a century, Diamond Pacific has set the industry standard for diamond lapidary equipment. Join the majority of professional lapidaries and choose Diamond Pacific products such as their Nova wheels, Pixie, Genie, and Titan gem makers, as well as their wide selection of other high-quality lapidary diamond products. Check out Diamond Pacific today and find out why they're considered America's premier diamond lapidary tool manufacturers. Alright, Amber Alex. Met this gentleman at my very first Denver show many years ago. Specializes in amber. There's a lot of people selling amber, but Amber Alex just has the best that I've seen. I picked up a couple different bracelets for a few different people. Very nicely priced. I like that they're just keeping it simple. Flat price for, you know, the different sections. $6 over there, $10 over here. Check these out. Look how just perfect they are. Just the quality is amazing for the price. And a lot of, you'll see people just like, you know, roughly finishing the pieces and throwing them together on a necklace or a bracelet or something. But like each one is just perfect. It's a big deal to them. Amber is definitely a big deal over there. I heard stories that the czars used to have a whole room that everything was made out of amber. The chairs, the tables, the recliners and stuff. And that they were taken during World War II. Lynn was telling me that in Russia, they don't wear costume jewelry. You know, they'll wear quartz and stuff, but costume jewelry is like insulting to yourself over there, you know. Amber is affordable, or was affordable. It still is, you know. But rather wear amber and quartzes instead of plastic costume jewelry that sometimes you'll even see well-to-do people wear. Let's take a look at this. All natural, not casted, not reconstituted, just natural. You don't see scratches where they kind of just worked it or anything. They did a very nice job on every single piece. What a special material. So incredible. If I had to be a vendor and specialize in one thing, I think I would do amber, even more than turquoise. It's just a stunning material. And ironically, I don't like the look of turquoise and amber together. Let's take a look at some of the other stuff. They have some fantastic carvings over here. I like when they take the different colors and they put them together. Take a look at these little dudes. Very nicely done. I wonder if they're done in Bali or... Look at this little chub. I imagine the artist must love working amber way more than like quartzes, jaspers, and agates because you can just work it so fast and finish it so easily. Mammoth. So, some people like the material more pure like this, where it's, you know, nice and translucent. I actually prefer the pits and pocks on the material. Let's say like this, because it creates like a natural intaglio. Got a little hedgehog. Grab a couple of loose pieces. $600 a kilo is a great price for the quality that this gentleman is selling this material at. And it's a super duper lightweight material, so you get a lot. Like, this is not a kilo, you know what I mean? Very impressive. So even though I already bought the bracelets, I had to get a couple more of the loose ones. They were so cheap. $6 for these two. You can easily make these into a pendant and, you know, get 60, 70, 80 bucks each. That's what I plan on doing. I'm not going to sell it, but I think we will do a giveaway for the hedgehog. Would you call that a hedgehog?
Yes.
Yeah, it is a hedgehog. We're going to do a giveaway on the hedgehog. I thought they were carved in Bali, but I guess all the carvings are done in Lithuania, which is extremely impressive because some of those are really, really nice. So information will be down in the description section, of course, and we'll do that live sometime that we're not here filming. But yeah, look at more. Ooh, I just thought of something. I bought a Convoy C8 from Eric Mackie. We should see if it's UV reactive. What? Oh, I need these. My friend, are the dice 15 as well?
It's even that.
Perfect, I'll take a set. Okay, I had to get a set of these dice. These are just too cool to pass up. But they also have some cool cabochons over here. They're calibrated, which is extremely difficult to do. I don't know if anybody at home have tried to do calibrated cabs. I made 28 or something for a customer not too long ago. Ovals, it took forever. A calibrated cab for me takes 5-6 times the time as a freeform. Makes sense. That's beautiful. Nice plains looking at it, prism. Central American. And I bet you, just like everything else here, it's probably super affordable. I love the green. The gentleman said that the green here is some of this only stuff that isn't from, well, isn't Baltic. That and this fantastic Persian turquoise cabochons. You see how they're like rounded on the bottom? It's they're intended for rings. In Iran, they like the really high dome rings. To my knowledge, I believe turquoise, emerald, and carnelian are some of the only stones that can go in a mosque. So there's huge turquoise culture over there. And like this, they like it pure, where in America, we like matrix. Oh, dude, you're too kind. Thank you. Look at that. Fantastic. $2 a gram is a great price for this material. Thank you, brother. No, carat. Sorry. $2 a carat. I am not awake. $2 a carat. $2 a gram. That's the rough cost more than that. But yeah, if you see the backs, these are most likely cut on a flat lap. And doesn't have a traditional girdle like an American cabochon, but this is catering to their silversmith style of silversmithing. Lots of beautiful pyrite. I think this one here would be like the quintessential Persian turquoise cabochon. No matrix, pure material. Where here in America, we want the pyrite. We want the chocolatey matrices and stuff. Matrices. Oh, it's okay, my friend. I'll be here. And this guy just has such cool stuff. Did you check out these Persian? What?
It's chromium.
Can I show people at home? That is amazing. Was it expensive? How much? That's not bad. That's great. Yeah, these are very special. Definitely made for the Iranian market. You can see these long facets on the side because they're dragging when these folks are cutting the turquoise, instead of using a flat lap flat, they use it sideways. So they're like dragging the stone across the flat lap sideways, which is why they have these long facets like that. Look at that. Lynn would absolutely love it here. I've already used my card twice and paid with cash. I'm out of cash. But when I get 20 bucks, I'm gonna have to get Lynn this beautiful color graduated necklace. Just gotta go find an ATM. And I love their pricing, the way they just have the tags out. That hole is worth $6 alone, so that's an amazing price. The chips are great. This is odd. It's like a dendritic amber. Hodgepodge. So I was talking to this gentleman many years ago about working amber, and he told me that there's ceramic involved with the tumbling process, which is pretty cool. Personally, when I cut amber, I don't use lapidary tools with water. I use like belt sanders and orbitals and stuff like that. Woodworking tools. For me, the water makes it kind of sticky, and that's just not the way I work amber. But I have an old video of me making a amber cabochon. I'll put it up on here while I'm talking. I did that at Bashford's Hot Springs when I didn't have any lapidary tools. I had some amber, and there's a bunch of really kind gentlemen and women out there that have tools. They let me borrow some so I can work it. And that was the beginning of my amber love, cutting love. So what I'm going to do now is, before we get out of here and we leave these folks alone, I bought a Convoy C8 from Eric Mackie at the Uperlite Guru. We're going to see if any of these are UV reactive. X10 Yucatan. Luke Avery Miller, Yucatan Minerals. Check him out on Instagram. But also, pretty much just right across from the amber people we were just taking a look at is where they are, at the bottom of the arena near the hangar door. These folks are at the 22nd Street Showplace, which is like the nicer things when it comes to the 22nd Street show. Probably some of the most dynamic, high quality Guatemalan jadeite carvers and jewelers. The gentleman was super kind to let me get a quick shot. We're hopefully going to get an interview with the gentleman who runs the company and maybe some of his crew before the show is over. But it's a weekend, and so it's kind of a bad time to be distracting people right now. Tuesday. Just beautiful, pre-Columbian influenced styles. Absolutely amazing. If you're not familiar with Guatemalan jadeite jade. It's one of the few pure jadeites in the world. So there's the stuff from Myanmar, and then there's a lot of debate on like the purple Turkish, or even like stuff like moss sitsit, which are kind of like jadeite in other things. But the Guatemalan one is pure. I believe I've heard there's over 26 different types of Guatemalan jadeite jade. Some of them, such as like the Jaguar or Princessa, is another name for some of it. Esmeralda is another name for one of the variations. Over 20 variations is a safe way to say it. This is a jade. Much like the Myanmar stuff, is definitely sold by weight when it comes to the rough, and can be very, very expensive or valuable. Absolutely stunning. I cannot thank these gentlemen enough for letting me film this stuff. This is just kind of the material that people do not let you take time to film. It's so nice. In fact, the 22nd Street Showplace is where I had the cops called on me a couple years ago from that Opal dude. And it makes sense, you know, you walk around looking at people's multi-$1,000 pieces of material just to put it on your social media site or something. You can't represent the quality, but you can't even talk about the quality. You're kind of just using the material. So I think you guys get what I'm putting down. That I do understand why people don't want to film. I did ask before. I just threw my camera out. I can't do that for everybody. When it comes to people selling stuff of this quality, I do not mind asking. And I'm never offended when they don't let me do it. It's just business. That rhino is so nice.
How you doing? How are you? Where's your stuff?
I love the use of the satin finish with the polish. This comb is amazing. So we do have a video talking with Jesse from Mayan Mountain. Even though they're both Guatemalan jadeite dealers, this is more fine art than some of the more traditional crafts that Jesse sells, that he works with the folks over there with as well. Like it's definitely a fine art pieces. Jesse's stuff is amazing, but these are quite different. Jades of, do you work here, brother?
No, I'm just kind of hanging out with them, but I can help you if you have questions.
I was going to say, I heard that it was rediscovered in the 80s. Is that true? Like they didn't know where the 70s, but it is true they didn't know where the deposits were coming from. They were just finding the artifacts.
Right, they were finding artifacts until they finally ended up finding the source.
Wow.
Connecting with it after since the 1500s.
Yeah.
So.
What a crazy story.
Yeah, it is. And the quality he brings out for sale, all these are just like the top quality.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
especially with the rough stones here that you see.
I forgot my phone.
oh wow.
That you're finding in there from the darker, just more
Pure yield.
This is like the biggest. This thing's 9 kilos.
Boom.
This is the best one he's got out here by far. Yeah, weighing almost 20 pounds. That's the big one.
If it doesn't sell, it'll get carved into something fantastic.
Here too. Just open it, just seeing how far it runs, just on regular, the actual stone. But yeah, these are all grade A. When you're looking into carving, for sure, more the darker colors.
Have you ever tried to carve or cut this material?
I have.
Would it be aluminum oxide what you would use for your final polish, perhaps?
You can. I use chrome oxide.
The green stuff.
Well, no. Actually, I use almost exclusively diamond compounds, but for tumble polishing, like this kind of stuff, I use chrome oxide. Yeah, the green stuff.
So the diamond would probably keep some undercutting from happening? or like
Yeah,
orange
I mean,
peel? And
it just depends what you want. I mean, I like diamond.
Preference.
Yeah, it's personal.
I know a lot of guys that use rapid polish. I use lint A, ray bright A, which is the same for me. So, but for me, I'm doing earrings and pendants and things. But yeah, it's definitely different from tumbling to what you guys are using.
Well, yeah, I prefer the diamond because it doesn't stain your hand. It doesn't get under your fingernails. Right. It's not toxic. It's water soluble. The stuff I use. So when you're done, you just wash it off.
Yeah, my ray bright A is like it's just white. Yeah, and then I can wash it off and it's no problem.
yeah,
That's the best.
yeah, everybody's had stuff get stuck in your pieces and it stings.
Because I remember using what I polish is chromium. But the chromium for me, doing like pendants and things, then your fingers are all
green.
So I can see if you're doing it for the tumbling purpose, it's not as bad.
Oh, dude, thanks for the tip, brother.
Yeah. No, of course. Yeah, that's a lilac jade. Super pretty.
Fantastic. I think a lot of people don't know that Guatemalan jade has a purple variation.
I got one of the best chunks that he had at the Monterey Jade Festival.
Oh, I should have been there. Big Sur's not going to happen, right?
See, he has his jade. But on some earrings that I did, I had purple with the green with the blue.
Oh, what?
Underneath. Yeah.
If you come to the Denver show, you have to come to these folks. If you can't make it to the Denver show, you have to go see them at the 22nd Street Showplace. So when you walk into the 22nd Street Showplace there on the left, when you walk in, that left row, these are awesome. I saw these in Tucson. Now that I did not see. Is that calcosiderite? I mean, most people would probably assume it's a turquoise. I'm sure you would even consider it turquoise. But that's just incredible. Is it a varisite? I'm not sure. We're gonna have to ask the gentleman when he's not so busy. We're gonna take a look at Gary's cabochons, gems of the earth. Definitely some of the best cabochons and material for sale at the Denver show. There's a few big wigs like Armando and Gary here, but he's definitely top 3, I would think. And you'll get to see why. I did have a chat with him last year in Denver. He's not here today. But I'd love to talk to him about his trips to Morocco, finding some seam or whatever agates he was looking for over there. Maybe get those another day. They do have a Facebook group, Gary, McKay, Jeffrey Hill, and a few others. I believe it's called Premium. Is that Premium Lapidary material? Yeah, something. I'll put that on the screen right here. Join this group, folks. You can't sell your stuff there, but everything that they sell is super high end and very, very affordable. You can literally buy slabs from that group and resell them for a profit. Look at those. These are the Moroccans here. Steve, you would travel halfway around the world just to get some agates, wouldn't you?
Yep.
I mean, you kind of came halfway across the country.
Can I see one more time real quick? Yeah, that'll work.
And so, almost all of these, Gary made himself. You can just tell there's thousands and thousands of hours worth of work. Let's take a look at some of these pieces over here. Every single one, perfect cabochon, perfect dome, perfect girdle, intended for silver or gold. Not just mindlessly shining up rocks, but intended for jewelry. I do believe that these are not made by Gary. These are probably made in the Philippines, right? Or finished over there?
It's from Indonesia.
Yeah, okay. Flintstone Studio, I believe, is the people who make these, but Gary could do these, but it's, he's doing so many other things. They're so perfect, aren't they?
Yeah,
Those pairs.
I'm blown away at how anybody can get them.
It's a lot of work making these perfect pairs, but they look so fantastic. Check out this material. This is copper included agate with chrysocolla. I believe it's a wood. I could be wrong. Copper's a little hard to show on this camera, but this one should be easy. Nice big copper vein going right through it. Definitely these are cut in America. They have that American look to them. Some nice turquoise. I bought some turquoise today. I bought some Orville Jack, which some people say is not even a turquoise, it's a faustite. And I bought some Freusten. What is this? I don't know what it is, but it's blowing my mind. It's fantastic. This is great. Wow. Petrified wood with chrysocolla in it. Look at these. You can see the green inside of this piece. That's actually the chrome oxide they polished. The stone with sometimes it gets stuck in the vugs and it's hard to get out. Very, very cool. Those are cool, but I love the trays. Just the what would you call this? A sleeve? A tray? Not a tray. Sleeve. A card. A large card. Did you make this?
No, so that was made by the regional Indians in Mexico.
Oh, I guess it was so finely done I didn't even know it was huichol. I thought it was
Yeah, so
something
we have
different.
a lot of this. My dad goes down to Mexico and makes it.
That is stunning.
That's just very easy.
There's some great Mexicans here. This Peter side is stunning. So, you do not polish all of these the same way. If Gary was here, he would be able to tell us, probably what kind of compounds or techniques he would be using for different ones. For instance, this Royal Sahara jasper or Biggs here, would polish perhaps with a aluminum oxide, where you wouldn't use that on the Peter site. So he's not just a great cutter, but a pretty brilliant one too. This is some great Owyhee. When I got into the scene, I didn't understand this material, and I didn't understand what everyone was going crazy about. I kind of thought it was a little silly because it's not colorful, or it's natural colors rather. Now I completely understand, and I'm obsessed with this stuff. Mountains, valleys, canyons. The Biggs, same thing. I'm like, what's the hubbub about? Why is this material so expensive?
I know. That's why I was like, I know. Right. I sort of, there were two really little ones.
I totally get it now. I think I have to blame my good friend Diamond Dave Duncan for getting me addicted to brown jaspers or earth tone jaspers. He's got a great collection of Royal Sahara jasper from Egypt. I'm honestly surprised some of the higher end jewelry folks haven't just come and bought all of these, because it's so affordable. This giant piece of Agua Nueva for $150 that could easily be sold for $400. Or like this big Biggs here. Ooh, nice satin finish. That's worth $200. If you bought them all, I'd probably give you close to 50% off. So I'm actually super surprised someone hasn't just come and bought everything when it comes to these cabochons. We looked at it a moment ago, but I gotta say the Perselis and the Agua Nueva, definitely one of my favorites. Do you think you'll learn the craft from your father?
Well, so I've started learning cutting. I'm not sure cutting is really my thing. I'm more into jewelry. I'm an artist.
Oh, fantastic.
So we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing.
I cut a lot, but I used to just, everything I cut, I put into jewelry.
Yeah.
Then I started doing commission cutting for people, and then I tell people all the time, I don't even feel like an artist anymore.
Yeah.
Just, it's...
Right.
And I have some friends who are like, they feel very much like artists, that the cabochon is a sculpture in a way.
It is.
But like your father, your dad's an artist. But these are his babies,
Right.
and where like you making the best of your life just to give to someone else for paid by the carat or paid by the time is
Yeah.
It's kind of soul sucking, so I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Your dad's definitely an artist, though.
Sure.
So this says 40 for $40.
Yes.
Do you take a card?
I could try.
Do you know where the ATM is?
Yeah, it's just right out the store and just kind of straight to the left.
Cool, because I'm gonna have to get a Gary piece.
Yeah. We're doing a lot of Venmo. So that seems
Oh, can you do Venmo?
do Venmo.
Yeah, let's do Venmo. I'll take it. Your dad's so affordable. Like that's a $200 piece right there. Easy.
nice. That's very nice.
All right, let me get this young lady paid up. Do you know what this is? I have no idea.
I should. I
Oh.
was told the name of it.
It's all right.
You know,
It's Oostenden.
Don right here.
A little bit softer.
Kind of material, or would it take a high polish?
I probably would. I mean, I think I saw one or two pieces out of it somewhere, but some beautiful corals. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's cool. The coral looks like it's going into hyperdrive. Just these are stunning. This is some of that copper chrysocolla. I've never seen a rough like this though. It's really cool. Does your dad go anywhere? Did he ever go anywhere else besides Morocco, looking for rocks?
I mean, he was in Mexico.
Oh yeah.
He's got no here.
I think that's where this is from, right? The copper chrysocolla is Indonesian. And so the gentleman went to Morocco and brought back a bunch of beautiful Moroccan seam and some other stuff, which is so cool. I'm not sure if this particular material right in front of me is it, but this seam over here is. You know what's funny? You never hear about people cutting dinosaur bone from other countries. It's always America. You know what I mean? There's got to be tons of it somewhere, and they're doing nothing with it. You know what I mean? McKay told me that back in the day, they couldn't even give this stuff away. $1 a pound for the best of the best. Yeah. On that Lapidary page on Facebook that we shared.
Do you own it?
I'm sorry?
Do you own it?
Do I what?
Own it?
Own it?
Yeah, own the gyms.
Oh no, this lady does. Sorry. I'm so sorry. No.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, she's the rock queen over there.
But these you and you're interested in?
I'm filming for the YouTubes. And yeah, went over there, sourced a bunch of material, and had it shipped back. That's so cool. It's better than just mindlessly ordering stuff online, and it's an adventure, right? I mean, there's literally nobody I'd rather buy it from than Gary, excuse me. Even though it might be similar to something that someone else is bringing back, it's the story, you know, good provenance. Did your dad do any of these?
I don't know.
This might-
He does cut some. I don't know which ones.
Because there's a young man who owns the mine with his family, and I didn't know if your dad was just bought them from him, but your dad could get this quality polish. Your dad's a bad man.
He does some of them. He buys some of them.
He's an agate.
And he's a collector.
Yeah, that's so cool. speaking of which, that's a big gem bone here. Is it whale? I don't know. So this gentleman has the most of this copper included crystal core that I've seen anywhere else. I wonder if this is where McKay Anderson and Jeffrey Hill and those guys are getting their material from. They're getting it from Gary. Oh, another Huicholi. All of those are little beads. Some people say, or maybe even they say, that a lot of it's influenced by those peyote ceremonies that they have. I mean, it's definitely get that vibe for sure, huh?
That's what they all are. So they take it and then that vision, and it's written on the back.
Oh, wow.
Story of the peyote vision that they have.
That one is incredible.
Like that one, yeah. This is on peyote.
Oh, with the Guadalupe. That's a traditional Huicholi outfit there. There used to be a Huicholi gentleman at Kino in Tucson, but I haven't seen him in years. Thank you for sharing it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that those were.
So yeah,
and
this is another thing he deals with. He has a ton at his house.
oh, I imagine does he have a private collection of his favorites?
Yeah.
Oh, do you have any at your house?
I do.
Perfect.
Not many though. He keeps the best ones for himself.
You know, there's so many people who they're dealers, so they don't ever start a collection because everything's for sale.
Yeah.
Then you retire, and you have all those, the ones that got away. It's pretty cool that you guys are collecting now instead of. I mean, there's stuff. Your dad definitely has some of the best stuff here, but I can only imagine some stuff that he thinks, oh, that one got away, or he can't get that anymore. And he probably has some things that came in really short supply or completely mined out. It's a great one over here. That's a nice pair there. So I have the card. Bookbinder crystals. Always film these folks in Tucson, I think at the Pueblo show. Here they're in the Western Complex. But they're known for the big stuff. One of the big stuff vendors. Now I was just telling Steve that a lot of these, like this one for instance, they're making the shapes of the crystals out of rough material. Like this does have a few crystals in there, where some of them are just shaped that way. Like that one there, most of it's been worked. Where this one's natural. There's a few things you can tell. Somebody told me, and actually wanted a refund from something that we sold at Grandma Jean's, that they could do this etching artificially somehow.
An acid bath of some sort, maybe?
Yeah, no, so like even if it wasn't natural, like they carved the crystal and then they etched it. And they can put that pattern. Because I always thought this was like the way you would tell if it was natural.
Yeah.
But if they're putting the etching on there and just put some plaster on there or something, you know, if it's just put a little bit of shmoo to make it look natural. I mean, regardless if it's natural, it is the real material. I think in this case, I would bet that this one is natural because of the shmoos. Maybe one day they will clean it up here. I hope not. I like them natural regardless of the flaws. This one has been polished right here. Now, and it doesn't matter what you or your hippie friends think. Most people want their tips perfect. So if they have to polish a tip to make it sell, they do it, you know. Big, nice, smoky. It might be irradiated. It's still really cool. Here's a good one, a combination of natural and polished crystals. Some people would say, David, why wouldn't you want your crystals polished? Well, some people it's the termination where the medicine's in, right? That's what the sacred geometry is. Isn't that partially what's going on with it being so special? What do you think that is? It's weird, huh? Oh, it's to keep people from dropping stuff in there.
Is this a chair?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, why did they do that? It's to keep stuff from falling in there.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's all fun and games until you lose your car keys, huh? They're not going to break open that crystal to get the car keys out. Some nice calcite. And the amethyst there definitely makes it. So I don't know if you folks have ever seen it. These folks might have some, because they do sell selenite. But have you ever seen selenite and amethyst? Sometimes, okay, so it's not real. They're putting the selenite on the amethyst to make it look like it's growing out of it. It looks tremendous, but it's not real. And if you think about that, how many other things are folks doing that you thought was a natural secondary growth or something? The calcites, those are legit. They're not even that particularly rare. But yeah, and if you didn't know, these oranger ones, these Brazilians, these are heat treated to turn orange. It's not really a citrine, it's heat treated amethyst. There's a funny story I tell people all the time about not getting a job at a rock shop. They gave me a big test to see what I knew, and I only got one piece wrong, and I called it an amethyst when it was a citrine. And the lady wrote down that I had it wrong, and I'm like, no, it really is an amethyst, it's just heat treated. And she didn't know that, and don't know if she liked that or not. But she was a sweetheart. That's my favorite rock shop in Dallas. So this kind of stuff, all of these are the kind of things you want to come the first day for, because a lot of these, are already sold. It's the third day, and this stuff flies fast. The difference between just one day of shopping for this type of material is the best and then the rest. Especially when it comes to Tucson, like Village Originals, Driftwood Pueblo, Norcross. People waited in line to be the first person to grab some of those pieces. Let's say both of those are $35. Which one would you want? That one, right? It's bigger. But those would be the ones that would sell right away. That's a cool price. If I made the stand, I'd have to get more than $35 for the stand. I don't know. I thought maybe a lot of this table was sold already, but I guess not. Alright, I'm going to take a look at some of these folks' Rhodochrosite. Make sure to check out their Instagram, it's pretty great. I did film with these folks last year during Denver. Between this company and Rhodochrosite, they're kind of the best, at least in Denver. Love the grapefruit slices. So there's a few different types of Rhodochrosite from Argentina. I believe all of this is coming from Minas Capellitas. And then there's a higher grade that they call the Ortiz. I think that's what this is. That's so dark. Now, Rhodochrosite, this is, no matter how good these are still like mineralized versions. There are crystal versions that you wouldn't use in jewelry. All of this is great for jewelry. Gem in the bowl. Got some cool stalactites. Fantastic. This material is relatively soft, very easy to polish, extremely forgiving, even in the lower grades. I don't mind the lower grade material. Yeah, it's just really cool. Sometimes it has pyrite like this. It's actually not onyx, right? It's travertine. And onyx is the trade name. No, I mean the blue. Like onyx is like the trade name they give that stuff, but it's really a travertine, and onyx is really like a chalcedony, right?
Onyx is a silicate.
Oh man.
SiO2.
I always wondered, like, you know the plates and stuff coming out of Mexico and Pakistan, those green things? They call it, yes, sir. Oh, sorry. They call it onyx, but it's so soft. I didn't know if it was.
Oh, it probably is calcite.
Yeah, there's a lot of. Oh, I don't know what to. Yeah. Oh, yeah. True.
Yeah.
That's exactly. I think you're right.
Okay.
Here's a cool lower quality piece. Technically lower quality, but it's still lovely. Not a big fan of the yellow. Kind of like tartary looking stuff, but. Oh, cabochons. I beg your pardon, sorry. Great cabochon. And again, super affordable. I think like the highest grade here is like $3 a gram or something. It's love these. It's an ashtray.
This is hosted, but you have more than 1,000, 10% discount.
Beautiful chatoyance.
The best price of the universe.
Look at all the kitties. These are probably made in Peru. I love their faces. They're not perfect. And some of them are just so whoopie-dubby. Look at that one. Look at that one.
How much is the eagle?
These crows are fantastic. I think these are made in Peru. One of the families that started the whole gemstone bird thing actually been here at the Denver show, and they do cutting for so many people. The people that make those. It's the village of Rhodochrosite. Here's some larger pieces with a lot of metal in them. I think I've heard that they call the yellow on some of these lion's mane. It's like the name of the variation. Not like the mineral, but the variation. This one's fantastic.
This is the booking.
So, besides just the specimens and the knickknacks that they make, they do sell cutting rough. I think the cutting rough is over here. Yeah, it's over here in the corner. I beg your pardon. I'm sorry. Here's some of the cutting rough, folks. These are mostly stalactites. Some of them are finished. I wonder if it just wasn't to their quality and threw it in here. So there is Peruvian rhodochrosite. Looks pretty similar. I think it does come in crystallized forms a lot more often than the Argentine does, if I'm not mistaken. I've even seen some of that material faceted. There's rhodochrosite just outside of the city of Taos, New Mexico, where I live. A lot of lapidaries. I found it. I've seen some beautiful pieces, but it's not really cuttable. It's super duper soft. I wonder, can you stabilize rhodochrosite? If so, there's potential for some really great stuff coming out of just outside of Taos, New Mexico. Actually closer to Santa Fe, technically. It's Ojo Caliente area. Here's some rough, lower quality nuggies. This is more of a salmon. But these would make fantastic cabochons. And about this quality is like the stuff you'd see from like foreign wholesale cabochon cutters where they sell the cabs for like $3 or $4. Absolutely beautiful, but nothing like the Ortiz over there. Are these like the seconds birds? This one lost its beak. This crow lost its tail. The box of misfit art. The box of misfit rhodochrosite animals. This one's lost its tail. That one's lost its beak. What happened to the penguin? Oh, his tip of his beak is broken. So a lot of people don't know that there's penguins in Argentina on the beach. My friend Ricky Carlini was over there. He told me he was going to bring me back one. He never did. I'm still waiting on that penguin, Ricky. Look at the grumpy fish.
This is from Argentina, but this.
Where the birds and stuff, all the tchotchkes, those are sold by the piece probably. The scrap's probably sold by, I know this is sold by weight, but the scrap's probably sold by weight. Someone pulled the poodle out. One-legged poodle.
After salary at the 2 days. Please. 1,000 more than 2 days. Decirle que solo plata. It's only money. It's only money. No more. Vamos con la señora de 5 grados.
Look at these. These are super fragile. Like caviar. Makes an odd design. Anyway, folks, make sure to check them out. You can scan it through the phone. If not, the Instagram should be very similar. Super, super cool, guys. Kings of Pink.
Would you mind to take from my father as well?
Yeah.
That's tourmaline over there. And those beautiful stuff right here.
Check them out on Instagram, Facebook. When I stopped over here, it's because it was this nice bowl. It's just such a high quality material to just see something that would be so simple. You'd expect this to be made out of, like a low quality ocean jasper maybe, or calcite or something, but it just kind of shows its age. It's such a high quality material. The gentleman was just saying, he was telling the truth. Some people were selling it upstairs for $25 a gram. This quality could probably even go for more. I've seen people selling it for $30 a carat. The super kind gentleman was giving us a rundown on the material that the mine has been closed. They are mining the manganese still in that area, but no longer the sudrolite, which makes sense. It's, there's I think everybody knows how precious this material is.
I tend to sell it, but yeah, with all determinations.
Where's it from?
Yeah, from Madagascar.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You've been mining it since 2001?
Yeah, he had it in 2001.
Oh,
and
wow.
He never went to just want to get his face. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So I told him, he's retiring, 74. So I told him, you know what, just sell everything, just go travel the world.
Oh, for sure.
He's got these beautiful stuff. Rotulated quartz, just beautiful. That is all my dad's stuff for many, many years. Never want to sell them. Told him I'm going to Denver, come bring your stuff.
Oh, fantastic.
Please. Thank you, David.
No, thank you, my friend. Thank you. Sprite.
See, Dave, you keep me all messing around now. I'm getting here behind him.
All the linen in the world can't help you, boy.
Yeah, brother, I sold out. Well, that's good. I'll check if I have AJ. Hey! Well, I got sidetracked. I thought you were...
This guy. If you want turquoise, this is the man.
Wow. Well, it's mostly just jewelry back here. Yeah, I'm not helping.
Spray. It's got the luscious locks.
I do.
You like... Oh, Sprightly walk. A day in the life. Sprightly spray. Just spent $3,000 on $200 worth of Lemurian crystals. You have the snake beats? Snake beats? The zigzag? So it's like, yeah. Thank you, my friend. Do you know about indigo? It's a learning experience. So these are new. Those are very new.
These are older.
Yeah. Feel it.
Yeah.
Feel it.
It's
Completely.
brand new.
Yeah, it's also thick.
What do they
Completely.
use this?
Well, indigo cloth in Mali. The Tuareg just covered themselves in that. If you want something old, there's nothing older than African beads.
Really?
Absolutely.
Wow. They're cool. Are they glass? They're all different stuff.
Everything.
Wow. Look at that. What's that? Amber? Amber? Awesome. Very colored. Style.
That's an old beat.
The metal beads are the best. I love these. Love them. They're turning a little bit green on your neck. It just be green from here to down. It's great. I love them. They're fantastic. These are special.
I really like I like the Native American.
Those are probably milled on the lathe.
Liquid.
So
I like the liquid silver, bro.
Yeah, the Danae liquid silver. So these it's a strand. The whole thing's a shank or a hank.
Wow.
And you ask, how much each? You ask, what's the strand? And then you ask, what's the hank? You always lay it down. Don't just never throw it on there. Those are vinyl beats?
Vinyl beat, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Those are the old one, those are new one.
They're fantastic, great color. You're serving a lot of communities by buying them, but they'll pinch you, they'll snap out of you.
Ooh.
It's pinching there. God. I love them though. Love it. Love it.